Yo,
Yo,
we're here. It's the pre-show.
that's what they call it.
That's what you hearing. That's what you hearing.
Listen,
Wolfpack gonna give it to you every Thursday night on the dot. Yeah, we gonna give it to you. Knock, knock. Open up the house, real. For the mother podcasters to up their skills. That doesn't sound like a wolf.
Oh, I don't know
Definitely not.
what's that all about. Listen, I'm actually ready to start tonight's show, y'all. Like everybody coming in, please like, share, and comment on the podcast. We are the fastest growing wrestling podcast. We are steadily growing in both presentation and fandom. So we thank each and every one of you. We have a lot of loyal viewers, and we love y'all, man.
absolutely. And I think it's because we're pretty good, right? Like our opinions are pretty straightforward.
Except yours.
No, many people think like Dark Kent. That's what makes him necessary. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The casuals.
Many fans think like
There's a lot of Dark Kent guys in the comments, you know.
There's never
you
been-
lost a lot of them last week, and we ain't
I
gonna go back there. But you lost a lot of them with your Randy Orton. Feeling.
I did. I lost a lot of Dark Kent guys on the Randy Orton comment, but at the same time, I stand by it because, dude,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
if you've seen one Randy match, you've seen 20 of them. Okay,
Here we go again.
Bro, listen, you are entitled to your opinion, although this one is 100,000% incorrect. We don't have to revisit it. Like I said, you feel how you feel about Randy, which is weird, and everybody else, almost 92% of the rest of the wrestling community, will continue to love Randy Orton. So,
dude, I don't hate Randy Orton. What I'm saying is Randy Orton is vanilla. His matches are vanilla ice cream.
What? First off, what did you just say that Randy? You know what? Whose man's is this?
he's our man's, bro. That's
No,
the
he's
crazy
your
part.
man's. He ain't my man's.
He's definitely your man's.
This is
You,
not
you,
my
and-
friend.
you and Ken are best friends. Y'all all know that.
I don't
John-
like this. I don't like him. I
We're
don't like.
definitely best friends.
No,
y'all
we're
all know
not.
that John and Ken are best friends.
We are not best friends.
We're
They say
definitely
it every week. We
I
all know.
am not Chuck. He is not Trent. I am not his best friend. You got me fucked up.
well. Me and All Star are best friends. Me and
There you go. That sounds more like it.
But me and you are also best friends.
No, we're not.
Okay, whatever. On to
We're
the show.
not. No,
That's
hang on to the show. You're fired. Like,
That's horrible, Quez.
it's not horrible.
You gotta be a nice guy sometimes.
Why do I have to be a nice guy?
Gotta be just sometimes.
For what?
Just sometimes. What's
I
up,
don't-
y'all? This is the 52nd episode. Myself, the bearded babyface, or the quintessential tweener, as many would like to believe.
What
Jared
the fuck did
All-Star.
you just say?
The quintessential tweener. You know? I used a big vocabulary word and I followed it up with wrestling vernacular. It was beautifully done.
You know what? This is exactly why I
Quintessential
can't.
is a great word.
Thank
Good
you.
job on the SAT words. We are one episode away from Cody being world champ. So
Yeah, you know.
That's a hot take.
next week is the last episode.
That's Jesus calling you to let you know that he's on the great line to tell you that you're not going to get what you want. I know you like that bars. Oh man, well, so much shit has happened this week, hasn't it?
A lot.
If WrestleMania season is always like that. That's why we're not going to take too much time on whack opinions like Randy Orton is vanilla.
In your friend's opinion, that Randy Orton is vanilla.
Bro, he brought in your birthday with you. Like that's
You were supposed to be there. That was the only reason why he got
I'm your
invited.
best friend too. I just couldn't make the party. We going to AEW together. But the fact that you won't acknowledge Kent, it's like Roman Reigns right now. Like you won't acknowledge him. It's crazy.
Listen, that's his fault.
Dude, I'll move it towards next week, but let's not play ourselves here. Like, Randy Orton matches, if they're great, but they're not.
You see what Jamie just said, bro? Yo, let's get ready. Are we almost ready to start the show? Because
I am. At this point, who made it?
You know, it's the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I'm tired of this shit.
7:30 p.m.
We're live. Let's go.
Let's get it.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Yo,
let's go.
How's everybody doing? Doing great?
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all tuned in with Jacquez and his two best friends. You know the deal.
You guys are tuned into Jacquez's show with the two people that he can barely stand over here.
His two best friends. You know what I'm saying? He fronting.
I ain't fronting at all. I don't even like y'all.
Marion was goody, Brody. Everybody, welcome to the Wolfpack Podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let the man Ja introduce himself this evening. So for those who don't know who he is, he's in a rather festive mood. Like, you can feel his energy tonight. I'm excited to hear what Ja has to say.
I am Jacquez, aka the Jamon Bulldozer, aka not Dark Kent's friend. Never gonna be Dark Kent's friend. Don't care about Dark Bulldozer. And I want to hit him with a fucking Jamoan spike.
Is that a Jamaican Samoan?
Bro, that's messed up.
What's a Jamoan? Jamaican Samoan or?
I am Jared All-Star. I am the Bearded Babyface. Click the link. Get to know me. Please follow the music. Yeah, man. I'm just excited to be on the show again. It is 1 week. We are practically 1 week away from WrestleMania. And I can't wait to talk about everything that has transpired. Shout out to Kenny Omega. I just feel like shouting him out this week.
Just randomly just shouting out Kenny Omega?
Yeah. Shout out Kenny Omega. Shout out to Adam. You know what I'm saying?
You saw Homeboy who wrestled Omega last night. That match was ridiculous.
It's disrespectful to not say his name. I know it's Spanish, but it's very simple.
Is it Verlingo or Veringo?
It's Viking in Spanish.
The son of the Viking. Oh, he held their Vikingo. How you not get that right just makes me so angry. Like
that's what we just told him. But Doug Rhodes watched the same show we all watched.
And somehow, some way,
he watched the same show. Look, everybody on you early. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please share the broadcast. Matter of fact,
Homeboy hit us.
Let's put that up.
6:30.
What's Homeboy's name?
Vikingo.
Del.
Eo Vikingo.
Everybody, here's what we need y'all to do. We need y'all to please go follow and like if you haven't already. Make sure you run to YouTube, Facebook Live. I'm doing it tonight. I stole it from John. Twitch, which is Who Is Quez on Twitch. Our Instagram is _ the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. But it is the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast everywhere, including our mother place, which was Airtime on the Sin.com network. Please make sure you follow us. Share this broadcast. We are turned up tonight. We're not talking about Randy Orton. It's not happening, and we're going to keep it real clean as best as possible. Let's get it.
Go wrestling.
I don't know why I come back every week to deal with you two. Like I just can't. Like like
are you gonna put up the first topic or not?
We're all best friends.
I don't know if I feel like pulling up anything. You know what I'm saying? Like let's go into the first topic. All right, fine. Let's play a little game. You guys have $15 to build a team, and this is who you're up against. Pick your team. Let's start with you, All-Star. You got $15. Build your team.
Do I like have to pick a woman? Is that a thing in this too?
I don't care. I mean, if you want to have some women beaters in there, then you have some women beaters in there. But
I gotta pick a woman is what I'm feeling like is the case. So we're going Chad Gable.
Okay.
Montez Ford.
That's $5.
Yep. Solo Sikoa. Oscar.
That's $9. All right, so a team of 4 versus those guys. Team of 4 versus them.
That team is 5.
He has 4 people.
Oh, but the top team is 5. He's right.
Yeah.
The team we're going against has 5 people. We have to do 5.
Oh, this is trash. So that means they make you like pick lower people, but the people at the top are none of them are lower people.
It's a budget team.
There's no mid carders at the top. I'm not playing this game. This is a lie.
I got this.
It's so easy. I don't know why it's so hard for you.
No heel, you got to pick 5 people, bro. That's why you'll lose. This game is rigged for us to lose. And Job would start the show like this. I keep trying to get him to focus on the real news, and we sit here and we play games we can't win when we start the show.
Put that picture back up.
All right. How you can't win? It's easy.
Bro, you gotta pick $2. Ain't none of 3 of them going against 3 of them.
Here we go. We got Ricochet.
Okay.
Finn Balor. Cody Rhodes. So now I'm at 9. I have 3 players.
Ricochet. Wait. Ricochet.
2.
Finn Balor.
3. I'm at 5.
Cody, you're at 9.
I'm at 9. And now I have 2 left with $6. All right, cool. So
you haven't picked the girl yet, so you can only pick Bailey.
You can only pick Bailey.
Bailey. Now I'm at 12. And Montez.
Not winning that match.
You're absolutely not picking Montez.
In no way winning that match. There is no combination. Ja, you're a troll. There is no because there's no combination with the amount of money that beats the top 5 people.
Oh God.
Roman Reigns.
Why are you spending $6 on any player?
Roman Reigns, $6. Chad Gable, $8. Finn Balor, $11.
Who did you start with?
Ricochet,
$2.
$13.
Who did you start with from the $6?
Liv Morgan, $15.
Oh, get out of it. You know what? I'm really about to leave.
My team was better than yours.
I'm really don't even want to.
I have Roman. We're not losing. I have Roman. Okay, I'm not losing.
Yo, Marion, bro, you can take my spot next week because I'm leaving. I'm done.
Wow, why is that such a bad choice? You couldn't even pick 5 people.
I'm done. Janelle was good. I love your list.
Team. I had the best team easily.
Janelle, that list is fire.
Oscar,
I'm out of here though.
Oscar, who she had? Oscar, Cody.
She had Oscar, Cody, Ricochet,
Ricochet.
Chad, and yeah.
So, I had Ricochet, Cody, Finn, Bailey.
You have Cody and Finn and Bailey.
Ricochet, Cody, Finn, Bailey.
Corner man, what's good, bro?
Ryan, what's up, brother?
Rod says straight up Roman plus the entire bottom row.
Dude, Roman dick riding.
How, yo? I got a good ass squad. Y'all are bugging. Okay, like I don't know what y'all talking. I got Roman. I got Gable.
This segment was a pancake for me, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all right now.
I bet. Undertaker's wrestling Mount Rushmore is Andre the Giant, Ric Flair.
He's racist. He's racist. This don't count. This is this don't count. Undertaker's from the Bible Belt, where we're like what are we doing right now? And we're not getting into politics on this show. We got Jewish fans. We have Caucasian Republican fans. We literally have fans that told us they voted for Trump. I'm not doing this. You're trying to cause a problem. Undertaker picked Undertaker picked a very redneckish list outside of Andre the Giant. It was redneck with blonde hair, actual blonde hair, not Hogan, who was balding at 22. And then Andre the Giant, who couldn't move and was just great because of how big he was. He literally had a disease where he couldn't. Andre the Giant could barely bend over. Nobody could. Hulk Hogan slamming him was the biggest bump in his career.
Bro, I'm agreeing with Star right now. Andre the Giant means nothing to us as wrestling fans. Honestly, I get it. Like, he might be.
That's not true. Andre the Giant was funny as I don't know what.
I'm saying that.
Andre the Giant was hilarious in that one movie. The Man of Tights.
Right?
He was hilarious. What? He was hilarious in Men of Tights, bro. Hilarious.
Y'all are gonna stop. Like, okay. Y'all.
Y'all see what y'all doing tonight? He gonna ask us what Undertaker, who literally was the Undertaker his whole career. He was the devil, right?
What's wrong with Mount Rushmore?
Then he married Michelle McCool, and he was like, "I'm a born again Christian." Boy, you've been a Satanist my whole life. Now you some Bible beating from Texas. But
Star, he's not a Satanist. He was pretending. He was acting.
Oh, okay. Well, at the present moment, we're gonna act like Undertaker's not racist and didn't keep one black guy in his crew every time there was black people.
Undertaker is not racist.
There for a little bit. He got
Viscera and Farouk at the same time.
Was around for a little bit. He got knocked out. Viscera. Oh, we really talking about Keith Lee? We didn't even get to AEW. And
you gotta chill. Viscera and Keith Lee are not the same.
The Lord can change us all, Michael. 100%, bro. 100%. But that don't mean that his racist traditions are having stuck with him.
The Undertaker is the furthest from racist.
If you're trying to tell me Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, Ric Flair, and Andre the Giant are the 4 greatest wrestlers of all, get out of my face right now.
That's his choice. This is his Mount Rushmore.
I said Godfather. These were all people that were in his clique, and then they were never top tier nothing. None of his he did not help none of his black friends. Viscera got the most screen time just for standing there in a black leather outfit, and now Keith Lee borrowed the outfits and is trying to wear it on my TV. Y'all, man, if we don't get to a better topic tonight,
The Undertaker is the furthest from
What's wrong with
racist.
you? Why are you like this?
no, I'm
What
on it,
is
bro.
wrong with what is wrong with this Mount Rushmore, man?
I'm on it, bro.
First of
You
all,
have
Hogan-
wrestling royalty on this right here. Like,
Yeah. Hold on, bring it down, John. Let me ask you a question. Are you a Hulk Hogan fan?
fuck no, fuck him. But still,
Oh, are you a Ric Flair fan?
hell fucking no. But still,
Oh, okay. Do you believe Andre the Giant is a top 10 wrestler?
let's not go there. Listen.
Oh,
listen.
you don't want to answer the
So-
question.
Dude, 3 out of 4 is out.
All right. So how about this?
Marion, they don't
You
know
come
how
up-
they just tuning
You
in.
come up with your wrestling Mount Rushmore right now.
What? That's what we doing early? We doing this now?
Yeah.
First of all, we have to dedicate an entire episode to wrestling Mount Rushmore,
You
right?
expect me to sit here and give you my honest, red flags, what's good, Brody? You expect me to sit here and give you my honest, he'll said it too. Let me see your man. You know what? I'm not starting this one. John always wants me to start. You start. You start.
All right,
You
Dark
always
Rhodes,
want me
you
to
start. Nah, Dark Rhodes start. I'm always
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, DM Punk. What's your top 4?
My Mount Rushmore for real. Austin, Brett, Sting, Taker.
Ooh. Yes, I did.
You said
Yeah.
Austin, Brett, Sting, Taker. That's spicy.
Who you
That's
got?
spicy.
Austin's the GOAT. And the Rock would be
Bro, don't try and sell
Don't
me.
say
I don't
go.
want to hear your words. I don't
Yeah,
want to hear
don't
your
say go.
words. I don't wanna
You
hear your
disrespected Randy Orton plenty of times. We don't want to hear it no more.
words. Whoa, did he say something about Booker T? Let me tell you who we don't talk about on this show.
Oh no, because they said Hogan said the N-word plenty of times. And Marion said so did Booker T.
Oh, my man got Cena in his top 4 of all
Ooh.
time.
Brett, Danielson, Austin, and Cena?
Oh, Corner Man putting Rick in over Sting. It is a spicy episode. I hope y'all are shit.
Yo, hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all got some crazy.
No,
Who
Adam
got
is
here?
right. There are business route Rushmores. That's correct. Now, if we're talking about wrestling.
Wait. Hold up. Can we stop with the putting Bruno in your? We're way too young to ever put Bruno in our top 4.
He's saying business wise. He's saying for the company. I like. You don't have to agree, but okay. One and only. We're gonna get to your question after me and John give our top 4. I'm gonna make mine real fast. It's very simple, and if y'all don't like it, it don't really matter to me. It's cool. The Undertaker is actually in my Mount Rushmore. So the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, the Undertaker, Stone Cold, Chris Jericho.
Jericho.
All right. I have similar, actually very similar. I have Taker. I have Shawn. I have Stone Cold. And as for the last spot, it really is a toss-up for me personally. I could either go Jericho.
Marion, what's your hate on Chris Jericho, bro? He's a
I can
legend.
go with Jericho. And if not Jericho, I am gonna have to say Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. You know what my problem is with Kurt Angle, and I don't want to talk about TNA in a bad way tonight, but you know what my problem is. Cruz, what's goody?
You just upset because he had better matches in TNA than he ever did in WWE, but that's besides the point.
We got to ask a question. I want us to answer this real quick.
Underrated Mount Rushmore. Ooh.
What about underrated Mount Rushmore? Easy. I got, and okay. Underrated. Dean Malenko.
Ooh. That's a good one. That's a good start.
We're talking about underrated wrestlers? Okay.
Underrated wrestlers. Dean Malenko. Macho Man.
You think he's underrated?
No, he's not. He's naturally rated.
I feel like he's naturally rated. I don't think nobody like plays him out like that.
Like
You think
everyone,
so?
he's top 10, but
Like I understand that there's mad drama behind it, but no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm trying to get the sponsors, and I'm about to say something crazy.
Reflex and see murder. All right, listen. Well, since you can't say his name, I'll say his name. Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid to say the cripple across face guy.
Mr. Perfect. Hold on. One and only. Let me tell you something. Mr. Perfect is one of my favorite wrestlers. I don't think he's underrated. I still spit out gum and slap it. I'll spit out a piece of ice and slap it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I still do that. I'm grown. Like,
dude, you know
to
what's
hear it
funny?
land, I still do it.
Every
Perry
single
Saturn.
time.
I didn't like Perry Saturn. I
Every
would go
single time I chew a piece of gum, I spit it out and slap it. Every single
exactly.
time.
You have to spit it out and slap it.
But
Monty Brown.
in terms of underrated,
Mike
Pounce.
Thunder.
Monty Brown with the pounce.
Jeff Hardy's underrated.
What? Jeff Hardy is overrated by clowns like you that want to tell me every week how amazing he is. Like, he only does 4 moves.
Alex
Jeff Hardy
Wright.
has 4 moves.
Alex Wright.
It's underrated.
Definitely underrated. All right. He's definitely underrated.
Arn Anderson is underrated. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
He's underrated.
Brian Pillman.
No. I mean, you know what? Mr. Perfect not winning the world championship doesn't really make him underrated. And for those who like, when we do a deep dive into wrestling, Mr. Perfect wasn't the most likable person. Like, his business-wise, they weren't gonna let him be.
And also, too, Perfect didn't need a belt. Like DiBiase didn't need a belt. Piper didn't need a belt. Like, Perfect was like one of those.
Leave that there, Ja. Leave that there till he's done. Go ahead.
So certain characters didn't need a title to make them a big deal.
Jeff is way overrated.
Jeffrey Hardy is way overrated.
You want to know who's underrated today?
Jeff Hardy's overrated?
You want to know who's underrated today? Jack Boy. Jungle Boy Jack Perry. My guy is underrated. Underrated.
That's Cat, but heard you.
Underrated. That's not Cat. He is underrated.
Michael Elden.
We know who Mike Rotunda is. I don't think he was underrated. I think he had one good character, the IRS character that was in a few video games.
So, question. Let's go back real quick even further for one more little game. 2002 still holds the record for the most WWE championship holders. 8 different people held the belt. Who do you guys think had the best reign in 2002?
Did I watch wrestling like that in 2002?
I
didn't like Undertaker when he cut his hair, so he's Ixnay. Big Show is big for nothing. He's Ixnay. Yeah. Brock, I didn't like none of Brock Lesnar's reigns, especially the one where he just held the belt and showed up 3 times a year for 2 years straight.
Kurt Angle, bro.
He's the Hulk Hogan in 2002. No, thank you. He was already 50.
And not for nothing, Hogan had the belt for a month after he lost to Rock, and they realized that he had to turn babyface. Brock was the best athlete. Rock was on the way out. Angle was having the best matches. Triple H had the Reign of Terror. So all those characters.
Yeah, Kurt Angle.
Brock and Kurt Angle. This is what Hill says.
I'm going with Kurt. You said pick one. So I'm going with Kurt.
I'll go with between Chris Benoit and Kurt.
Chris Benoit's fucking run was trash.
It was trash, bro. You just saying it to say his name. It was not good.
No one wants to let you say Chris Benoit, so I'm saying Chris Benoit.
It was not a good reign. It was not a good reign.
You know what I'm saying? But all right, okay. Let's just get into some stuff real quick. So, it's official. SummerSlam Detroit this year.
Look, for all of y'all crying that they weren't doing anything in America, shut up.
Yes, this is the only show the WWE for premium live event that will be in America in SummerSlam, and they went with a completely different logo. What do you guys think about it?
It's fire. It looks like Detroit, and that's the whole point. It looks like Motor City.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit cars, muscle cars. I get it, but at the same time, like Detroit's not really a city you want to go to. So,
first of all, do not disrespect the city that still has bad water. I want WWE. I want these companies that are still going to do shows and stuff in the area of Detroit
to help them out with their water situation.
Yeah, to care more about the city. We are like literally a decade into this. They still haven't rectified that situation.
Exactly. Terrible.
It's clean to me. I like clean logos. It's clean.
No, the logo itself is fine. I just don't think Detroit as a city is a destination city for a SummerSlam.
It's definitely a hub. That's what Cruz is basically saying. It's a hub, and it is.
Mm-hmm. Don't hate on
especially
Detroit.
Between Canada. There's going to be a lot of Canadian fans at that show.
You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
Detroit's for the place with the best rapper alive, Eminem. Anyways,
top 5. Definitely top 5.
So we also found out that Andy Kaufman is going to be nominated in the Hall of Fame this year for the celebrity wing.
I love that.
I
like that. I think Jerry Lawler is probably going to be the one to induct him, more than likely.
Honestly, it has to be Lawler. It can't be anyone else, right?
And I want them, and I want him to do it like playfully too. I know Andy isn't here, but I think he would appreciate it.
Yeah,
they got to do cookies and milk for the entire crowd when he gets inducted.
For those who never saw the rivalry or between Jerry the King and
Andy Kaufman, go look it up.
Please go look it up. Enjoy and thank us next week.
Watch the movie Man on the Moon with Jim Carrey playing Andy Kaufman.
That also, listen, I'm a Jim Carrey fan. He killed that movie.
He crushed it.
He crushed that movie.
There you go. So let's get into some actual hot take shit real quick. All right, forgot to put the I'll let you do it. All Star hot takes and pancakes.
Do we think any of these are going to be a hot take today? This is my first question, Larry.
Nia Jax is open to joining AEW.
I'm sure she is. Next.
Pancake. Let's move on. Like, see what I'm saying? I already knew he was going to start with a pancake.
Next.
I could have gambled on that. Like, straight pancake.
So automatically you just knew?
If Nia Jax goes to AEW, you already know her and her sister are going to pair up. And they're going to... And
You got to stop. Who's her sister?
You know who? One of your favorite wrestlers, bro.
Okay, you know what?
It's a wrap for no.
You really think that Nyla Rose is Nia Jax's sister?
Yeah, they just met. They were like estranged sisters. They had a whole Parent Trap moment where it was
they
like
finally met. Yeah, we talked about that.
They had a whole Parent Trap moment where they met in the back. They met in catering, where Nia Jax is going to be at a lot in AEW. She goes, and she was back there with Nyla Rose, who was also in catering a lot. They share that in common, and they were like, "Hey," and she was like, "Hey, oh, I have a half a rip picture of my dad," and the other one had the mom, and they put it together, and they realized, it was the other way around. I think it was Nia Jax, because anyway,
so
they're like,
just a moment.
Absolutely not.
You know, I can't stand you, but I just really.
Hey, Cruz, don't nobody miss Nia Jax. Don't nobody want to see.
I miss Nia Jax.
Don't nobody want to see Nia Jax versus Jade.
You can't wrestle.
If you miss Nia Jax,
Nia.
If you miss Nia Jax, follow her on social media. I don't put her on my wrestling, but don't put her on my screen.
I love her. Let's not front. Nia Jax made Becky Lynch.
Stop!
If Nia yelled my hole, Nyla would have yelled,
Hey!
No way.
Yo!
I'm a rapper. I didn't think about the rhyme till I got there and I realized what was going on. I would have never said that.
But Nia got Becky Lynch over by punching her in the face because she can't wrestle.
You gonna get us fucking canceled.
That's the one thing Nia Jax. That's the one thing Nia Jax did that I do like. That she broke Becky's nose. It was a great moment in wrestling. All seriousness, great one.
Dude, Becky wouldn't be Becky if Nia Jax didn't punch her.
That's Nia Jax one thing she's done ever legendary. One thing.
And she did it by accident.
And it was a botch. She is a botch. She is a botch.
It was an accident. You accidentally punched some girl in the face and then you made her the superstar that she is now.
Nyla Rose don't want no botch.
Y'all gotta chill, bro. Like, I don't even know what to say to y'all sometimes.
Yep. Bruce, yes. Nia Jax made Becky Lynch. She made Becky Lynch by punching her in the face, and her whole run was based off that. I'm correct, Cruz.
That's not true.
What are you talking about? That is true.
How is that true?
Becky Lynch became the man because she broke her nose and had that moment. And that never happened.
I mean, yeah, that part's true, but you mean like Nia was kind of over before then?
Nia was over what?
She was, she was good with Shayna doing TikTok dances and
Shayna. You're sorry, bro. You're wrong. She was tagging with Lana when she started that. Does that mean she was over? She was tagging with Lana.
Derek, I don't know about that.
Derek
says Becky Lynch was already a star before that.
No, it was not.
My friend.
That was after SummerSlam when she turned heel. The heel turn didn't work, and then she got punched in the face by Nia. And then after that, she became the man. Becky Lynch's whole turn,
the meteoric rise, was because of the broken nose.
Yes, she stood up on the crowd and she was like, "Holy shit!" and had the bloody nose. That was what made Becky Lynch who she is today.
I mean, Rod, it was all right. It was all right. Hey, JD, we don't do tribalism in our chat, bro.
We're not gonna do it, not today. But I am gonna do this though. So, Bubba Ray says, when I hear the word pro wrestler, I think of Randy Orton, not Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is definitely the best of something in the world. I just don't know if the right word is pro wrestler.
Is Bully Ray's about to make the canceled list, bro? I can't keep doing this, bro.
Every week. Every week.
I can't keep doing this. Kenny Omega is obviously top 3 in the world right now. Of course, Ken will put Kenny over Randy any day. If we're talking about impact on wrestling, Randy is still above Kenny as a legend. As an in-ring performer, Kenny Omega is at least 3 notches above for Randy Orton.
Okay.
Any disagreements, Kent?
Well, going on to Star's point, if that's the case, right? If Omega is that much over Orton as a wrestler, why isn't Orton overrated?
Because when has Kenny been overrated?
Kenny's not overrated.
Exactly. So even if you're rightfully rating Randy, and we're not talking about Bully Ray's opinion, he has none. Even if we're rightfully, no, we're not doing this. Even if we're rightfully, and he's from Long Island, come see me. Even if we're rightfully rating Randy, he's still, as a professional wrestler, as an in-ring performer, below Kenny Omega. But his career has been so long, he's been so much more impactful. He has so many more moments than Kenny that we can count, even if you watch New Japan for the past decade. It's still not going to amount. But Kenny Omega is a better in-ring performer, so it's not overrating or underrating Randy to say Kenny is where he is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
all right.
We're talking about how Orton has all these moments and all these classics and what have you, but he really doesn't, though.
Bro, we're not doing this again. You can go back and listen to last week's episode and read all the comments the fans told you, because they literally wrote like 40 different moments about Randy Orton. From punting people in the head.
Matches over and over again listed.
Legend killer.
From the legend killer, 10-time WWE champion. Nobody has time for this. Him and Edge being a tag team, the promos they cut against DX. Nobody has time for this. Every out of nowhere RKO, the second reenactment of the legend killer, when it like nobody's doing this, bro.
All right, next.
You're on your own.
Rated RKO was like 3 months.
All right. You guys are ready? I got the craziest take ever. And this one actually said, here's a hot take. You ready? Boom. Booker T. My hot take is everybody in wrestling that does the leg slap should be fired. No? It's not a hot take?
No. Book is wild.
Shawn Michaels,
Book
Young Bucks, the Usos.
Next on Book.
Who else does the super kick with the leg slap?
Adam Cole. Super kick with a leg slap. Like,
what is the problem with the leg slap?
To me, there's no problem. Like, what are you gonna do? Kick somebody in the face? Actually, like, no, bro.
Oh, there's another one. Stevie Richards.
Yes, wrestlers do the leg slap with the super kick, bro. You can't kick people in the fucking jaw on a shoot. You can't do that.
I could have swore he did too. But, now he thinks that people, and it's a hot take that people should be fired if they do the leg slaps. Who answers this?
Plants, like humans, can run a fever if they are sick.
Are you giving us Snapple facts? That's actually more credible than anything Booker T has ever reported. That's right.
Booker T's bugging on that.
All right, well, here's another one for you guys. Bray Wyatt, is allegedly injured, correct? What's the matter with him? I think his feelings are hurt. Well, that's a really good way to cover it up. Take him back to the shop and overhaul him and try another way, because this Funhouse stuff, I never liked it anyway. I think he has not only failed, but failed big time. This is coming from Dutch Mantle.
First of all, what is Smack Talk?
That's the name of this podcast, but yeah.
It's Dutch Mantel. 1, 2. Bray Wyatt is the worst booked superstar of the past probably 10 years, man. Bray Wyatt was super over, and then they just killed his character, and they brought him back and killed it even more. At this point, I don't even think Bray Wyatt's salvageable.
I think it's hilarious when us as fans say things like somebody's over or not over career-wise. Because Bray Wyatt still got a job. They'll figure out something creative with Bray. You won't like it because you're 30 semi years old. And some 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old is going to start to love Bray Wyatt. He's a novelty character. Novelty characters always stick. Boogeyman had a long career. I don't want to hear that this man is never going to be over again.
The Boogeyman?
Listen, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's where he wanted to be as a wrestler. But if he decides to stick with this gimmick that nobody in this target demographic can relate to, if that becomes his decision, then that's his destination. He's literally booked the new Boogeyman. He wanted to be the new Undertaker, and now he's the new Boogeyman.
He should have been the new Undertaker. The booking was terrible, but in order to salvage Bray Wyatt, we have to take a back seat from this Uncle Howdy bullshit. The entire thing is just not there.
He's never going back to Swamp Rat Bray because Brody Lee passed away. He's never revisiting that character.
Swamp Bray was the only Bray that got over.
Oh, I need you and Willis to get that one out your heads. We'll never see
that
happen.
Swamp Bray is the only Bray that got over. Swamp Bray is the Bray they need to bring back.
That's also not the only Bray that got over. Fiend Bray was the most over character in that past decade when it dropped. The Fiend
What?
was the biggest character in wrestling, point blank, period.
Period.
More over than Fiend Bray.
No, he was not. What? What?
Who likes Fiend Bray?
Everybody.
Do you understand why I say this is your friend? He's
saying,
not my friend. He's
Swamp,
not my friend.
Wait, Swamp Bray
Reese.
more captivating. Was
Can I just
more-
get into the next? Can I get into the next? Like, I don't even want to.
No, heel. Like y'all tell him, because we sit here and listen to it all the time. Everybody, thanks one and only. Everybody. He was over with everybody except for except for Matt, except for DM Punk. Evidently, DM Punk didn't think Fiend Bray was over.
Fiend Bray was over, but Swamp Bray was, dude. We had the Firefly.
Clip on Willis comment for me. Seth fucked the Fiend Bray in the cell match, and Goldberg killed it.
That's what happened. But before
Done deal.
that, the Fiend was the most talked about, the most over. Anything, the Fiend was the best character. We're not gonna keep. You know what? We don't have to say anything anymore, Ja. We can
Go
move
next,
on.
go next.
Move on to the next one.
Viewers do it. Y'all keep.
Here we
y'all
got
keep
Jake the
saying
Snake, who says Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are better than Roman Reigns and the Usos.
that. Why are we doing this?
Jake the Snake is getting a check from AEW next.
No, but why are we doing this? I'm not doing that. I think they both who they are. I like both for who they are. I'm not saying who's better than the other. That's weird.
Jake the Snake's on AEW's payroll next.
So let's think about this real quick. It's a lot to read, but so much wrestling discourse is this relatively small booking decision single segment is why insert promotion here can't reach the next level. Dirty little secret: if you have the right one or two main event programs that people love, the rest of the show doesn't matter. Wrestling history is one big star or storyline goes supernova, and their success raises the stock of the entire promotion, once and all. From Hulkamania to the Attitude Era to NWO WCW to basically any mega run. All those runs had giant flaws, but they got the big thing right. WWE is at a hot as it's been in quite a while. Is the undercard that much better or even that much different than this year? Not really. They found one home run story with the Bloodline Sammy and the one new home run star with the returning Cody. That's it. That's all they needed. It's the same with MMA or boxing or whatever. The biggest pay-per-views ever are sold on one or two giant fights on top, not these flawless undercards where every fight is a 7 to 8 out of 10 and the big money comes from one of the out of 10 out of 10.
Who is this person?
Don't know, but he started making his rounds and everyone was talking about it. So here's my thing. I somewhat agree. However, this is a new era. You don't necessarily always have to have just that one big storyline, and then everything else just does not matter. Because when you do stuff that way, of basically just having that one big storyline and then nothing else fucking matters, you get a bunch of clusterfucks, drop storylines, and then no one's going to want to pay attention to the overall product. Your big story, say for instance, like the situation with Roman Reigns and Sammy, then bringing in Cody Rhodes, and then apparently like trying to set things up for the next big story or whatever. All that's nice and dandy. However, you've had this Bray Wyatt situation, you had this Bobby Lashley situation, you've had New Day situations, you've had Big E situations, you had Drew McIntyre situations, you've had KO situations, you've had situations for people that you brought back into the company that are not even fucking hitting. Nothing seems to fucking matter. That's what you're giving us the synopsis of what we should think, that nothing else fucking matters. Just the Roman Reigns shit. Is that how it should be or not?
Well, in terms of just like building a card, of course your main event program is the most important program. It puts butts in the seats. But at the same time, I do think WWE is doing a good job of building their mid-card programs against their top tier program. Because if the top tier program is Roman versus Cody, then you have Owens and Zayn versus the Usos. You have the Judgment Day thing going on. You have
You have Austin Theory versus Cena. You have everything with Gunther. I just feel like a lot of times the way social media works is you say something that feeds those people who are already hinting at it, and you say it in a big elaborate way, so we're forced to talk about it. He's not saying anything new. He's not saying anything fancy, and it's still just his opinion at the end of the day. And as far as he first of all, he's not tough. He should have said the names of the promotions he was talking about too. That's corny because he said WWE when he said something nice about WWE. And I don't have to, and that just makes it corny already. So
real quick, shout out to my old college roommate Ryan. Real quick, he was like, "Dude, the main event sells the show, and then you build the undercard."
That's exactly what happens. That's what I'm saying.
Corey.
That's what I'm saying. He's just chatting. Like another bit of news that came in this week is how WWE is ready for another year's worth of a storytelling. Like that's just what they do. And what we're gonna say that whatever story that is was the only story that we talked about or the only story we cared about. That's not true. I think if you're not interested in WrestleMania or WWE, like just don't watch it. And I've been saying this from the beginning. Like if you're not interested in something, don't watch it because it really gets ridiculous when we paint these narratives because it's not true. Wrestling's been pretty much the same, especially WWE, since you started watching it. It's just the talent changes, and if the talent can't get over like Bray Wyatt, that's not WWE's fault. That's Bray Wyatt's fault. So I'm sick of this. Like I'm really tired.
You gotta start
Bray Wyatt not getting over his WWE.
You gotta start holding the calendar.
Bray Wyatt's fault.
No, it's WWE's fault.
No, Bray Wyatt needs accountability. It's fans like you, the reason why Bray Wyatt keeps thinking he has no accountability. And he holds all accountability for trying all these creative, dumb ideas that ended up not working. For deciding he didn't want to bring the Fiend back for whatever reason he didn't want to bring the Fiend back for.
Listen,
that's not
let's just be honest here. WWE is at fault with a lot of things, especially when it comes to their creative basically things. Either whether they pick up a storyline, they just drop it randomly, whatever the case may be. They're known for doing that shit, right? However, sometimes you have to hold the talent accountable. And I totally agree with All Star. You have to hold the talent accountable.
We're not going to hold Bray Wyatt accountable? Bro, he literally said he didn't want to bring the Fiend back. His most over character was his decision not to place back on TV. That's his decision. He buried himself. He buried himself.
I mean, hey, that's
exactly, Willis. You don't have to watch Raw SmackDown. Thank you for that. And instead of just making up narratives, just don't watch it and watch what you like to watch. That's how I feel. I understand that my constituents may not watch NXT. I'll watch it from time to time. I don't treat them no way because they don't watch NXT. Like
the same thing with me and Impact. Yeah, I love Impact.
It doesn't make sense. Thank you, Heel. But we're not supposed to hold Bray accountable. Get out of here, man.
He was booked terribly. All right.
Yeah, all right. So another thing is a lot of people was asking where the hell was Jamie Hayter last night, why she wasn't on Dynamite. Apparently she's having some visa issues. It seems to be like a major thing for the people that live overseas and come over here to work. So apparently that will be taken care of. I think they said next week she should be back.
Shout out to Britt Baker for being the best female champion the AEW's had so far.
You don't like Jamie Hayter's run?
As much as Britt Baker's? Yeah. So shout out to Britt Baker for being the best AEW champion, women's champion we've had so far.
I mean, Britt held it for about a year?
No, that's easy. Britt Baker is definitely the best.
Well, I'm trying to give it to Jamie. I'm going to see what happens with Jamie so far. But Britt Baker has been the best that they've had to hold the title. I mean, it's been her, Thunder Rosa, Tony, and now Jamie.
One and only. We hope it's a squash match.
Dude, that match cannot be longer than 4 minutes.
We hope it ends in 2.5 minutes.
Listen, I didn't had to watch. Shout out to Jobber Tears. Shout out to Janelle from HR. Jobber Tears. Shout out to Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. I was watching them earlier when they was talking about Almost. And from what they were saying, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but I'm willing to give them a chance.
No, dude.
I want to see what happens.
Always be doing this, bro.
I want to see what happens. Because at the same time, I don't want to just constantly just say like he's trash, he's this, he's this. The guy apparently has gotten better. He did a lot of character development.
What has proven that to you? Are you really just doing this because somebody compelled you to feel like Omos was a good? Oh, you should give him a chance.
I say give him a chance. Give the Nigerian guy a chance.
Man, you sound like Kent right now. This is your DM Punk moment. Congratulations.
That entire match is just
Congratulations.
F5.
Congratulations.
Building to an F5. The culmination of that match, which the over-under is 5 minutes, will be Brock Lesnar dropping Omos with an F5. They're just building to an F5. It's going to look
congratulations to Ja for having the wackest opinion of the episode tonight. It's normally Kent with something crazy he says, but Ja told...
I'm sorry. So me saying that Omos is getting better is worse than him saying that Randy Orton is overrated?
No.
He said Randy Orton is overrated.
Point it out. Have you seen Omos get better? Have you seen with your
what
eyes?
What is Omos getting better
Omos get better. Have you seen this?
His character development, I would say he's getting better.
What? Bro. Yo.
He's funny.
This, bro, I would have swore this came from somebody. You sound crazy right now.
Omos getting better.
Funny. What's wrong with the? He's not Great Khali. He's better than him. I'm going with Omos. Omos is better than ex-con Dom.
Bro. Yeah, he is making me so mad, Joe. He is making me so mad right now. He is making me so mad.
No, listen, Omos could be the next Shawn Michaels. You never know that.
This fight is happening because John decided that he wanted to have a Dark Kent moment, and he wanted to say that we should give Omos versus Brock Lesnar a chance.
Why not give it the chance? You know Omos is going over, right?
Exactly. Yo, the chat.
Omos is going over, so why not give him a chance?
Omos is not going over in that match.
Omos is going to go over. Omos is going to be a future Intercontinental Champion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a world champion. You never know. Omos' new phrase is get these Nigerian hands. Know what I'm saying?
That's not because he has no phrase. Because he has no personality. He has no one-liners. He has no zingers. Nothing about him is charismatic. Nothing about Omos is even almost charismatic. He is utterly horrible. You've never seen him be good. Ever. You've never seen Omos be great. Ever in your life.
The entire match is building to Lesnar hitting Omos with an F5. That's the match.
Y'all heard my wife said he can't even talk. And that's not about him being African or nothing like that. He cannot put words together in a way that makes me go,
But neither could the Great Khali, but you know, Great Khali was a good wrestler.
Nah, that was the worst opinion you've ever had in wrestling. And your worst opinion. He's not almost a good wrestler. He's almost a bad wrestler. Trash. He's trash.
Y'all are hating. You got to stop hating on our Nigerian.
Nobody on here is agreeing with you. That was the worst opinion of all time.
Omos is the Giant Gonzalez.
He's better than the Giant Gonzalez.
Same thing.
When have we seen it? Are we serious? This is like Dark Kent saying Logan Paul is a great professional wrestler.
Almost is a better wrestler than Braun Strowman.
No. Next.
Y'all just hating on the black man. That's all.
Omos is the Giant Gonzalez. Same thing.
So, Trinity, formerly known as Naomi, has confirmed on her Instagram that she is indeed no longer in WWE.
Who cares? I thought we did this. She's done this like 6 times. Why do we keep bringing her up? Like she's important at this point. She is Sasha Banks' friend. She is Mercedes Monet's friend. Like, that is who she is. Like she left WWE to be, however many W's is in that. She left that company to be Mercedes Monet's best friend. She's literally her +1 to everywhere. Movie premieres, wrestling shows. She's right there with her Mercedes Monet t-shirt. She's her biggest fan. Like, she's the head of her fan club.
But isn't Mercedes kind of grounded and be like, listen, I'm going to take you with me, but now I'm doing my own thing as Mercedes Monet, and you're by yourself now.
No, she's not by herself, bro. She is Mercedes Monet's lackey. She is literally her personal assistant.
Y'all not about to call her the Marty Jannetty of that.
It's not a Marty Jannetty because she doesn't wrestle. She's just there. She's just always there for a whole year. Don't give me that face. For a whole year, all Trinity did was take pictures with Mercedes Monet. Every other week,
pictures with Jade.
She took one picture with Jade. And let me tell you something. Her and Mercedes Moné were at a different game the next day because her boo hit her up and was like, listen, I know you ain't doing nothing. Why don't you come with me here? And she has to do it. Trinity don't do nothing but what Mercedes Moné asked her to do.
She might be done wrestling-wise, right? Like
Mercedes Moné is, if it's like Destiny's Child, Mercedes Moné is Sasha Banks, and Trinity is the girl's name you forgot that was first in the group when they did the talent show, who got kicked out before they even did no. That's who Trinity is.
Y'all are haters. And hey, sis. I ain't have no crush on Sasha Banks. Let's not do this. I have no crush on Sasha Banks. All right. I still think she has the body of an iPhone, but I think she is talented as hell, and I think she's an amazing wrestler. Okay. However, other people, which I didn't even put up here because I didn't even want to create a whole nother issue. But however, there was a report going around that Lita ended up saying that she's pulling for Rhea to win this match because she feels like Rhea basically got it from the bottom and to get where she's at, as compared to Charlotte Flair, who had everything handed to her because of her lineage.
Oh, I knew we was gonna get into this. Yo, Kendale was good, bro. Anytime two stars
It's
link
Kendale, not Kendale.
I did it again. He knows I call him Kendale. I'm gonna call him Kendale one day.
Rhea's obviously beating Charlotte in that match.
So let me ask you a question, because a lot of people got mad and saying like, no, Charlotte is actually good. It has nothing to do with her last name, because what about David Flair? And
are we ready? Are we gonna have this conversation or not?
No,
are we gonna have it or not?
Let's do it.
Okay. Charlotte Flair definitely was awarded championships based off pessimism, like whatever.
No.
Nepotism.
Nepotism. Like
so nepotism definitely fed Charlotte Flair her titles. I have never disagreed with that. That is not my case in point. My case in point is this: every time we speak about Charlotte Flair, to instead of just talking about her name being the reason why she's overrated, we always go to her athleticism. And the girl is a 5-star collegiate athlete. She literally went D1 for volleyball. She does backflips off the top rope. We cannot, if we're going to have this conversation, I'm just tired of questioning her athleticism. It doesn't make sense to me. She could still do athletic things in the ring. She has a good ring sense. Had she been granted things because of her last name? Duh. Yes. She wears a robe. She uses the same music, but it's remixed. Still uses the name. Literally made up and broke up with her daddy 10 times. We get it. Yes, that part is annoying. But let's stop acting like she's the worst wrestler. That's the part that makes me upset.
She's not
Becky's a bad wrestler. Becky is a bad wrestler.
Wait, Becky Lynch is a bad wrestler.
She's a bad wrestler.
How did we get to this about Becky? Like,
Stop it. Because, listen, Charlotte Flair, yes, she's a good athlete. She's a halfway decent wrestler. But the fact that her last name is Flair is why she's there. There's 7 or 8 better female wrestlers than Charlotte. They always have been. As a matter of fact, of the 4 horsewomen, Charlotte might be the worst.
See what I'm saying? See, and this is what I just said in my statement. This is the part where I get upset, because this is exactly my point. It's okay we can all agree on the fact that Charlotte has gotten opportunities because of her last name. But yet, and still, why do we have to, because of the nepotism, act like she's not talented? You're telling me that Becky Lynch and Bayley, whose finishing move was a belly to belly, are better wrestlers than Charlotte Flair?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Trash. You want to talk about memorable matches or moments? Give me a great Becky match. Give me a great Becky match. Give me a great Bayley match that doesn't include Mercedes Moné. Give me those, and then let's talk about it later. Because you can't. It's impossible. They don't exist.
Wait, so I can't include the Iron Woman versus with Bayley versus Sasha, right? Because Sasha's in it.
That's just Mercedes. Yeah, she's the best of the 4.
So Bayley's trash, right?
Bayley's new gimmick is amazing promo wise. Bailey's in-ring ability has been the same until she decided she was gonna do the little roll stomp thing she does. She literally has the same moves too. Bailey is better than Becky.
Do you guys feel like
overrated.
Lita is a hater for saying what she said?
Dude, Charlotte has that.
She was
like,
being a hater, yeah, because she had to fight. Let me not say fight. She had to do whatever she had to do for her opportunities when she was at WWE. Charlotte Flair was handed the things that Lita had to do different
and Charlotte
things.
has the one backflip move that everyone thinks, oh, she's such a great athlete.
The one backflip move?
She has the one twisting plancha move.
The bridging figure four is dope. She does a spear that's better. That's who's your favorite spear? Give it to me. Who? Name it, please.
He's gonna say Goldberg.
Of course not. First of all, Goldberg ended Bret Hart's career, so we're not doing that.
Thank you, yo, Kendall. This is what I'm trying to tell them. Matter of fact, now I'm just talking to Dark Kent because Jacquez had his crazy moment earlier. So it's back to Dark Kent being Dark Kent.
Wow.
Is only behind Mercedes Moné. It goes Mercedes, Charlotte, because Becky got punched in the nose, Becky, Bailey.
You're bugging.
Bro, that's how it goes in wrestling business too.
No,
I bet you if you looked at their contracts and the amount they get paid, I bet you it's the same order. Oh my mama, I bet you it's the same.
Of the four, Mercedes is the best wrestler. Charlotte is probably third of best wrestlers. Best promo of the four is Becky. Okay. Charlotte is
Quez, you heard
Becky gives a better promo than Sasha.
Yes.
Yo, Adam, you're trolling. Don't be a Jacquez. I knew you was gonna troll, and you came in here and you're trolling right now. You're trolling. Don't troll.
Dude, Becky's promos.
Thank you, Kendall. You see, that's my guy, bro. Mercedes, Flair, Becky, Bailey. I really don't care about anybody else's order. I really don't. I really don't want to hear it because the Flair hate on her in-ring ability is trash. The fact that she's gotten things because of her name is facts. And Lita's a hater and Dark Kent is a hater, and that's that.
I'm just gonna read something that
Charlotte is not that nice.
I was gonna read something somebody posted. He said the issue is that they ran her into the ground, or better yet, down our throats. When there were many other females just as good. So yes, she has the talent, but her last name does get her a kick up, regardless of how you want to slice it. I think her having the title that many times so fast is what really made her stale.
It got her 10 world titles, exactly. Like, do we understand how bad it was? The fact that Charlotte was winning belt after belt after belt.
I'm sorry. This is laughable. It's laughable because it's laughable in a business sense because Flair shirts are all over stadiums every time there's a SmackDown. It's laughable. It's
Charlotte Flair shirts are all over stadiums.
Just the Flair, like the word Flair. It doesn't say Charlotte because she's over because of her last name.
Ric Flair shirts are all over stadiums.
No, those are not Ric Flair shirts. Those they say Flair and they're for Charlotte. In case you didn't know, not only is Charlotte in the position she's in because of her last name. But if she was a trash wrestler, there'll be no way we would ever have believed it. Yes,
she's not trash, but she's not that great.
You said she's the least best out of all four, and Becky can't wrestle. Becky doesn't disarmor.
Sasha, Charlotte's fourth.
I started my music, y'all. I'm sorry.
I hear the music in the background, like this.
I'm sorry. That's my new record I was working on. I hit the button.
I heard you. Listen, is WWE's Flair's lackluster championship runs is WWE's fault, not Charlotte's.
And that's facts. What they should have did is they should have did right by Mercedes and let her hold that title instead of letting Charlotte snatch it from her every time they went to Raw. That was corny. That was annoying. Of course, we hated it. We get what her last name is. I'm agreeing with that. But if people like Kent keep trying to tell me that she's bad or she can't wrestle or those three women are all just better than her, I can't do that.
She can wrestle, and she's not that bad. But of the four, she's the worst.
We're gonna move on because I didn't know you was gonna sit there and say some blasphemous shit that you said, Kent, but we're gonna leave it alone. As far as Alexa, there was a spot on my face. Yes, this gotten worse. So she went to get a biopsy. Was basal cell seroma, however that's pronounced. During her procedure, doc was also found other squamous cells. So basically, she had skin cancer. She just had a procedure and got it removed. So shout out to Alexa
I need
Bliss.
everybody to know that this is not the reason why she left TV, though. Alexa Bliss has been on Masked Singer.
Yes.
Which is a show that I watched. She got unmasked last night. So shout out to Alexa Bliss. And shout out to all you haters who always have something to say when someone leaves TV. When Roman leaves TV next year, he's going to try to do a movie. The movie's going to be trash. It's going to be something. He's going to be in some movie that The Rock's ex-wife is going to give him a check to be in. It's going to be horrible. The Rock has also been blacklisted from Hollywood. We ain't even got. I told y'all that last week.
I was going to talk about it, but I'm going to leave it alone because
I brought it up last week, and this week, everybody. Did I not bring it up?
You did. No, you did.
And out of nowhere, all of a sudden, all the media wants to cover is the fact that The Rock has ruined DC. That's, by the way, DC is Josh's thing. He loves DC. Oh, man.
I'm not a Rock fan right now. Sorry. Fuck Dwayne Johnson. All right. Fuck that half and half. Don't want to celebrate his black half ass nigga.
Quez, you're a half now.
Let these wrestlers go.
Unless I'm half and half, but there's no white in me.
We always have these speculations when someone leaves. We want to make it the worst thing. Alexa Bliss has a mental condition. Like, y'all are so corny for that. Every time. Like, stop it. And I'm talking to every casual fan that said it. I don't care who you are. I'm here every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Like, it's corny.
Let's get into this. So we're going to look at Kofi Kingston's foot real quick. He got surgery on his ankle. He's going to be out for at least a couple of months.
I'm going to say it. And get well to Paul George. That was a horrible injury this week that we witnessed.
Yeah. Oof.
I'm going to say it, and I love Paul George nostalgia wise, because on the Pacers he was crazy. The same way I do Kofi Kingston. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was boom clapping when he changed his voice. It got weird for me, and of course, I don't like none of the twerking on New Day, but that's another conversation. Kofi's at the place where this injury should be his last. He should retire.
No way.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
That's
a hot take.
He should retire.
I believe
you just made him not talk anymore. Like, whoa.
Well, in my opinion, Kofi Mania was one of the greatest things we've ever witnessed in my entire life, and him having time off will kind of be the launching point for another Kofi Mania run. He has one.
Anyway, Dark Kent is a big Kofi Kingston fan. It's probably like his number one wrestler, so we're not listening. No. Kofi Kingston will never get another run. Kofi Kingston will never, ever get another run.
It's not that Kofi Kingston, like, that I love Kofi that much. Can we not pretend that WrestleMania 35, when Kofi beat Bryan, that was an emotional, one of the most emotional, one of the greatest wrestling.
Can you not admit that Randy Orton has given us some of the most traumatic moments in wrestling history when we thought he kicked Mick Foley's head off and he killed him? Can you not admit these things? No, I'm not admitting nothing. Kofi Kingston is a legend who is at a point where he can retire and be okay. Jeff Hardy needs to stay home.
Ready for this? Kofi beating Daniel Bryan. All these people need to stay home. Kofi beating Daniel Bryan was better than anything Randy Orton's ever done in his entire career.
Wow.
Reese, that comment. Reese, you got to chill. You got to chill.
Dude, Kofi Mania was life-changing. Can we not?
Can we talk
about something that's life-changing real quick?
Can we not downplay Kofi Mania?
Can we talk about somebody that's life-changing real quick? Who's a dumbass? So your man's Davey Richards is apparently retiring from wrestling due to the fact that it came out that he was beating on his fucking wife and is a cokehead.
Bro, you're the only one on the show that liked him.
Yeah,
not anymore. I officially denounced myself as a Davey Richards fan. The only other wolf we recognize in wrestling is Eddie Edwards.
That's your man's job.
You straight up tried to put that on us. You're the only one that likes that.
Yeah, that's your homie.
All right, I'm good on him. Like, you're done. I'm no longer a fan
That's
at
your
all.
man.
Sorry.
That's
Lock
definitely
you
your
up, throw away the key, go fuck yourself, and never come back.
man. That's your man.
All right, this fucking idiot, this fucking idiot, and you're a cokehead as well.
That's your man's.
Cokehead. I hate cokeheads. Whole fucking cokehead. You guys want to talk about Tony Khan all the time, right? When you got an actual fucking cokehead right here, him who likes to beat on women. This guy, this jackass, cokehead woman abuser.
You shouldn't stay on this too long, bro. You were just a fan yesterday.
I ain't a fan no more. I'm good. When he goes to jail, I hope they fucking turn his name from fucking Davy to Davina. Wait, no, I can't say Davina.
No, you definitely don't. Hey, take that back. Take that back. Listen, I understand that the name is on the tip of your tongue. I get it.
Damn it.
Nah.
All right. Damn it. Davitra. Dania. There we go. Danya. There we go. His new name is Tanya. Danya Richards. There we go.
Diana?
Diana? That's fine. Diana Richards. That'll be his new name. Her name. Whatever.
Diana works.
But yeah, he's done. He's fucking done. Shout out to my boy Durkin. He's not here right now, but I had to take this. He said, I agree. The man made his return, beat Seth Rollins 3 times in a row, which is ridiculous. Then enters the Royal Rumble at number 30, won the damn thing to go to WrestleMania to challenge Roman for titles. Cheesy as fuck. So here's it goes. Let's start with why Cody's first must lose this match. Cody needs a major setback before winning the big one. He needs a huge loss. Roman is a huge loss. He was never competed in a world title match in WWE and never on this scale on the biggest stage of them all. This is why I keep saying this. Cody needs to lose. The story will be more believable when you're talking about finishing the story, when you're finishing the story at SummerSlam.
If we're doing storytelling, sure. But since we live in the world of social media, we all know that the reports are starting to come out how Roman Reigns is taking a break after WrestleMania. So this is honestly a mute point for me at this time. And we know Cody is winning. I agree that I would like more story to this part of the Bloodline story. Obviously, we all would have liked more story. And it hasn't helped Cody the fact that they haven't given us more story. I think that's more WWE's fault than Cody's fault. So that's where I'm at.
For the things that I've been hearing lately, I do not believe that Cody should lose this match. But if he does, and they take it to SummerSlam, then I think it kind of waters down the win. Winning the championship at WrestleMania and winning at SummerSlam are 2 totally different things. Like,
hold on. Real quick, y'all. We're being asked to do a Hispanic Mount Rushmore. He's asked us 3 times.
All right. I'll do that in a second. But you want to know why that's bullshit, Dark Kent?
What?
Because let's bring this back. When did Roman win that championship? Was it WrestleMania or was it at fucking SummerSlam?
It was SummerSlam. You're right.
Okay, then. Boom. Why can't it come full circle to be the same fucking thing? It makes the most total sense. Let's just be honest here. You may not want to admit it, but it makes the most total sense. He needs to lose.
All right.
He needs to lose at WrestleMania.
I wanna do this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. It's Eddie Guerrero. It's Rey Mysterio. It is Penta. It is Bandito, and it is.
It's 4.
I know I need one more. Oh, that's 4.
No, it's 4. Oh, you need
okay,
4.
Eddie. Okay, Eddie, Rey, Bandito, Penta.
Eddie, Rey, Vikingo.
Too fresh, too new for me. Bandito's just as nice.
Right. I'm gonna say yeah. So Bandito and Dragon Lee.
Eddie, Rey, Conan, and Juventud Guerrera. Let's go.
You're fired. But yeah, now here's the thing that we was talking about actually last night in WCC. If you guys are in WCCW, make sure you guys look it up on Facebook and join the group. You get all your wrestling news and everything that you need from all of us that's a part of the same podcast family, whether it's from Heels for Life, whether it's from Embrace Your Thirst podcast. Make sure you guys join that WCCW group. But we was talking about it last night, and the fact of the matter is, hold on. what was I saying about Cody winning and Cody losing and stuff like that? Shit. See, you know, I was talking about this fucking.
Because we shouldn't keep talking about this same match every time.
Okay, no. I'm sorry. Right. No. It was. I'm still on track. The 1,000 days. The 1,000-day mark. Do you know when that will be?
It's right after WrestleMania, in between.
Right before All or Nothing.
No, right before Saudi Arabia.
Double or Nothing. He's right.
Yeah.
It's right. He's right in the same weekend as Double or Nothing.
Why does that matter?
You know it matters. So let's not do this. You know for a fact that matters. So let's not do this. But yeah, I honestly think that that's how it's going to be. He makes it to 1,000 days. He basically gets there, and then he can lose the SummerSlam. He'll be totally fine. Over on the click for Kevin Nash, he has said that he was talking to Vice over there and trying to see if they can do a Dark Side of the Ring for Scott Hall, because he wants to be able to talk about some stuff that he's not going to be able to talk about with the A&E documentary that they do. You guys think that Dark Side of the Ring should cover a Scott Hall story?
No.
They absolutely should, but it has to be.
It's not going to be done tasteful. Nothing they do is tasteful. Just no. Leave him alone.
Well, you know what it is about Dark Side of the Ring? I don't think what they do is distasteful. I think what they do is
when someone is dead, to hash up old things that could discredit them and make them look crazy is disrespectful, and they should just leave them alone.
I think them telling the automatic truth though is
the only thing that's going to happen is that they're going to talk about Scott Hall doing coke off the title.
And nobody needs to hear that. That's my point. No, we don't need to hear the stories of how many times he was high or drunk, and what matches he was high or drunk for, and what events he showed up to high and drunk. For what? What does that do for us as fans?
But if Kevin Nash is down with it, then they should do it, because Kevin Nash.
It's not just Kevin Nash either. His son is also down with it as well.
But Kevin Nash will not let Scott Hall look foolish. So,
but it's not just him; it's Cody Hall as well and X-Pac.
Get your money. But I wouldn't do it.
And by the way, us as fans, the story has to be told. We know what we know.
It doesn't. I don't listen. When I'm gone, you don't tell all my crap. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to be told. I don't want. I live my life the way I live my life, and we all have our idiosyncrasies or our shortcomings. That doesn't have to be exploited when I'm dead. Keep that to yourself.
I agree.
No, I feel you. The way you put that, you're right.
So Rhea said that people need to respect no means no at airports. Do not follow me outside. Today has put me off completely. I will not sign anything that is impersonal photos of us anymore. Hate me. I don't care. Disagree with me. Try putting yourself in our shoes for one bloody day. This is coming after the backlash, constantly where people have been attacking these fucking wrestlers at these airports. I totally stand with Rhea. Like, you guys are fucking weird ass, creepy ass, trolly ass, neckbeard ass people. Like, stay home. Stop stalking these fucking wrestlers, please.
Stay home with Kofi. Stay home with
Big E,
with Miro. Stay
Big
home.
E.
No, Big E might be leaving home. Don't do that. Big E might be coming back outside. Leave him alone.
Yeah,
You know what it is? Not for nothing, because I've asked wrestlers for their picture in the airport. They're cool with that. Don't hand them a million pieces of, like, a million pictures and a million other things to sign, because they're not going to do that. Like,
Hey Cruz, everybody has their ups and downs. I don't know what you heard specifically about Scott Hall, but he battled that thing until death. So that's and once again, I don't feel right talking about things that I feel like I shouldn't know about his life.
but what Rhea said was right, because like I've been up to wrestlers at airports like, hey man, you want to take a picture? And they're like, cool. And other people would come up with like a million pictures and a million things to sign, and they're like, dude, I'm not signing all your shit. So like being a fan, I think wrestlers respect. Being someone who's trying to sell shit on eBay, they definitely don't respect.
They don't respect none of it, Kent. That's what you're not getting. Don't go up to a person if they're not at work. Get the money for the meet and greet. Go to where you are designated as a fan to be a fan. Stop invading people's personal space and personal moments.
All right, so real quick, Mercedes Monet at Planet Comic Con today was asking if when is Forbidden Door. Just need a phone call from Monk. Who's Unc?
Evidently, she's talking about Tony Khan.
Who will she face at Forbidden Door?
You could honestly put her against anybody because she's not really. It doesn't matter. She could go against somebody from New Japan. She could Stardom girl could pull up. Like it really doesn't matter. Just having her on the card makes it better.
Great. So let's get into this jackass guy. Because I was going to talk about this as well. But just got off the phone with Cash. We decided what we're doing in April. Nothing is official, so legally can't speak on it. But in the next couple of weeks, we'll let all our fans know we owe it to y'all. The opportunities that are in front of us. Love y'all. Sounds like the only WWE to me. But anyway, this guy. So Dax Harwood tells Fightful that in his recent conversations with CM Punk, Punk has been reading Steve Kern's book, has made him miss wrestling. CM Punk's response saying, great story about Gator and Coco fighting in the locker room, and then Lawler drags him in the office the next day and they squash it. Fascinating. Then CM Punk makes some news again today, responding from what Dave had said a long time ago. Do you know why they didn't advertise Punk versus Moxley longer and why it had a short build? Because Punk agreed to it. Then AEW got a legal letter saying that he wasn't down with it and wasn't doing it, and then they didn't know if he'd come until Tony put his foot down. There are a lot of nice things I could say about him, and you can absolutely argue his position on Moxley was correct, but you can't argue he's willingly did what he was asked in that scenario. However, Punk out of nowhere in the deleted fucking post today on IG said, sigh, I wasn't cleared to come back to wrestle yet. Then plan was to wrestle at the pay-per-view. I sat and listened to Moxley's Rocky 3 idea. I explained how I'd never seen a Rocky movie. And I thought the idea
sucked. By the way, I just want to pause you there. That makes him super lame already. CM Punk has never watched a Rocky movie. This is one of DM Punk's mentors, and he's never watched a Rocky movie. That is super corny.
So he's like, and I thought that idea sucked, but if the boss wanted to do it, whatever. He said he wouldn't lose to me. I never experienced someone refusing to lose to me. I just laughed. I asked Tony if this was the way he wanted. He said yes. He's the boss, so I said, okay, I'd like to need to be cleared first. They kept saying it could be a squash, so I didn't need to be cleared. I scoffed at that. My health is more important. Dave Meltzer is a liar. Jericho was a liar and a stooge. There were plans, but plans always change, but I'll never put a company above my health ever again. Jericho ended up responding with his own status on his story on IG and literally has said, delete, with Matt Hardy's delete. So
he deleted it because he's a punk. Like, he's literally a punk. His name is literally a part of his character. And that's all I'm gonna say about this dude. I hate that he keeps himself relevant with annoying satire. Like, it bothers me to no end, and it's ridiculous.
He's always going to be relevant until he's done. At the end of the day, CM Punk is still one of the most relevant wrestlers out there without ever being on a wrestling team.
CM Punk is trying to be an actor, and also every big wrestler in the 90s was in the Rocky movies, and he said he's never seen the Rocky movies, which is an occult thing when it comes to wrestling fans. When Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, countless others have come out of the franchise to help participate in the movie and the wrestling promotion. He's full of it. That means he doesn't know the history of his own career, like the own business he's a part of. He doesn't care about it, and that's annoying. He's too self-centered. And it's too close to who the character he plays in wrestling is too close to who he really is. And that is annoying.
Dude, I'm not going to front with you. CM Punk is an entire jerk-off. But let's not front like he's not one of the most polarizing, captivating figures in wrestling over the last 15 years. Let's not pretend that he's not that person, because he is.
Nope.
CM Punk is automatically main event wherever he goes.
Just so you know, the whole chat's letting you know that CM Punk is a bozo. The one fact of not watching any Rocky movies makes him a bozo. It really does. If somebody in real life, if there was a regular person who came up to me and was like, "I've never seen any of the Rockies," I'd laugh in their face. And this is just one of those scenarios.
First of all, there's plenty of wrestling fans who haven't seen Rocky movies, but they've seen
That's not true. That's not true. Everybody in this chat seen a Rocky movie. Yeah, that's everybody.
So let's get into this. Roxanne says, I can't thank the WWE NXT Universe enough for all the thoughts and prayers over the past 2 weeks. The outpouring of support fills my heart. I wish I had better news, but the doctors are saying we're no closer to finding out what happened to me at Roadblock. I'm very frustrated, but I promise I'll be back stronger than ever, and I just don't know when. Because this is coming out after reports were saying, apparently from Dave Meltzer, saying that she's going to be back by Stand and Deliver.
We're definitely rooting for her. Come back quick, Roxanne.
I'm saying, but take your time. If you're not ready, don't rush it.
I mean, get well, and I hope it's a speedy recovery.
Yes. So Dave, apparently who was hacked, says overseas is taken care of. Domestic, they still have to pay for cars and hotels. Tony then responds, "That's false, Dave. Your statement's true about other companies, but it doesn't apply at all to AEW. AEW invests millions of dollars every year on very good quality hotel rooms, plus safe transport to take care of our wrestlers. It's a huge investment I make on Hotel Weekly." Someone told him that Dave is hacked. He said that may be, but he wrote that before he got hacked, and tonight is Friday night. And when I get correct on, this is Tony doing his own thing where he does, promoting the show after getting back at somebody on a fucking Friday. However, everyone started tuning in, including Chris Jericho. Said, for the record, AEW is the only North American wrestling company I've worked for that has paid for my transportation and hotels consistently for every show I've worked for them since 1996 when Paul E. paid for my rooms at the Crack Hotel in Philly. Matt Hardy said the same.
I don't understand. I'm going to be honest. I really don't understand why it's news. All this is telling me, Matt says it every week, Tony Khan daddy, Tony Khan this, Tony Khan's money, Tony Khan's account. We know they got money. If you asking me from a business standpoint, yes, it's great for the morale of the locker room for those who get this type of catering to, but it is bad business.
But hold on, this is where it gets better, because this right here, what you're saying, what you see right here is from the referee. Can probably confirm wrestlers and all staff, refs, announcers, medical staff, shuttle buses from areas, flights to and from home, 3 to 4 star hotels reverse for them. Someone said this is the case for the house shows as well, and said there aren't shuttle buses due to the small numbers of talent in town, but the ride shares are being reimbursed and the hotels will be paid for, reimbursed. Same with gas mileage, flights to and from Dayton and Troy.
Sound like bad business. It sound like
Dax came out and said no company, wrestling or other, has taken care of me the way AEW has, but this is the thing that got him. He said first class, right? But the last words it says, I'll never forget that.
Dude, AEW has an unlimited checkbook. So
it doesn't mean anything. FTR is still going back to WWE, so.
But I think the fact that they're paying for all the wrestlers' shit is awesome.
It's bad business, Kent, and you know that. That's bad business.
If
precedence has been set by other companies where they don't do that because they understand they shell out, getting everyone a room and getting everyone transportation for every show. You know how much money that is?
But if you're making the company more,
I'd rather see that in my paycheck. I'd rather see it in my paycheck.
If I run a company, I'd rather spend money to make the people who work for me happy than to hold it in my pocket.
I admit that. I said it's good for morale, but it sounds like it's bad for the bottom line.
Question: which is your favorite WrestleMania logo?
My favorite logo?
Logo?
What kind of question? The first one.
The first WrestleMania?
Yeah.
What about you, Kent?
If we're talking about logo, I would go WrestleMania logo 9.
20.
You're such a young wrestling fan, and you're displaying it weekly now.
We say this because WrestleMania will be next week. Saturday, and we're still getting more. Good night, Adam. We're
Good night,
still getting
Adam.
more WrestleMania news pop up every single fucking day now. So apparently, because of what's going on with Bray Wyatt, Bobby Lashley versus LA Knight has been apparently being discussed, along with Stone Cold Steve Austin also appearing somehow in some way capacity.
We definitely announced this last week.
Yeah, now it's official or whatever. We'll
It's
see.
official.
But no, before it was LA Knight and Stone Cold. Now it's LA Knight and Bobby Lashley.
Listen, just give Bobby Lashley a match. Evidently, he wants a match. Bray Wyatt took it from him. I don't know what's the big deal. AEW throws matches at us at the last minute all the time. It's no big deal.
So
Honestly,
does WWE.
Lashley can't be in a match that's entertaining with a week left to Mania. I'm sorry.
So this is also
LA Knight
announced
do his
as
hard.
of last week. On Friday, you're going to have the undisputed WWE Tag Team title match, which we've been calling for the longest. Sammy and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. And then you also have this discussion. While Night 2 has a definite main event, Night 1 still doesn't. Who do you guys feel should be the one to close out Night 1? Should it be Charlotte and Rhea or the tag match?
Let's be real, y'all. Her last name is Flair, right? Stop it.
It has to be the tag match
It's gonna be Flair versus Ripley, and can we
with
just
no build.
shut up? It's the Royal Rumble winner. It's the same build every year.
Build.
It's the same thing every year. The Royal Rumble winner fights the champion. We don't. What kind of build you need? Rhea is the future. Charlotte is present / past. Rhea
Right.
should win, and that would be the
But-
best
but-
idea and a great way to close out Night 1 with Rhea Ripley holding the title.
But Star, as a fan, what do you care about more? The Usos versus Zayn and Owens, or
I care about the future. I care about the future of wrestling. And that's an honest answer. I pop for the 4 pillars because I care about the future of wrestling. And that means I want Rhea Ripley to win because I care about the future of wrestling.
I want Rhea to win as well. But Rhea versus Charlotte should not be headlining the first night of WrestleMania. It should not.
They absolutely should. That's how you put over fresh talent. That's
It's
how
a
you put
feud
over
no
new
one cares
talent.
about.
That's how you put over new talent. We always talk
Bro,
about
did you
WWE.
say that same shit when it was Bianca and Sasha?
We cared about that feud.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Are you serious
Bro.
right now?
Bro.
Tell me we care about Rhea versus Charlotte.
It doesn't matter. The Royal Rumble winner faces the champ. It's literally been happening for years, like decades. I'm confused. And the whole point is to put over a younger talent. Isn't that what we want?
It doesn't mean you have to be the main event of WrestleMania.
Rhea
No.
Ripley holding the titles at the end of a WrestleMania has a bigger look, a bigger stamp for the future of wrestling than Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn holding the tag team titles. Sure.
The Royal Rumble winner thing does not hold any weight because Asuka won a Royal
No,
Rumble.
your opinions hold no weight. Let's move on to the next thing.
No, I'm-
So, another rumor is that Randy Orton is set to appear at WrestleMania in some capacity. And now, as another match for Bobby Lashley, is Brian Cage.
Well, that's a lie.
No.
That match would also stink. I hate to say this. Y'all know how I feel about the wrestlers that I feel about. And my feelings for Brian Cage would be he needs to go home too. He needs to go home. He needs to stay home, like Andrade, or or Thunder Rosa. Like he just needs to go back home. No injury, no anything. Just go chill.
Wow. This got announced, and I'm still trying to figure out why, because you have this fatal 4-way tag match for the men's where they just pick them, but yet the women have to compete and figure out who's going to be competing against each other in their match.
Bro, when you asked us this, I didn't say anything because I already knew what I was going to say on the show. What other male tag teams did you want them to wrestle for this spot?
No, it's not even that. It's just a matter of like, these are the people that they're picking, but the women, we have to have matches in between matches just to see who's going to be.
We can't have matches because there's not enough male tag teams. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, and also you can't afford to have tag teams you want to build in the future, like to go under. Right now, we're waiting. We're literally waiting for Tommaso Ciampa to come back so Johnny Gargano can become relevant again. We're literally
Why they
waiting.
got Dexter Lumis? Why ain't he tag matching with him?
Bro, stop it. The tag. Everybody wants to see Tommaso and Johnny, and when Tommaso gets back, they will be tag team champions. I don't care who the champions are, and they will be tag team champions for a long time.
But did you see that title on that match? It's a showcase match. So, dude, Ricochet's gonna do some wild shit that match. The Profits are gonna do something crazy that match as well. It's gonna be a showcase match for the 4 teams that have nothing to do at WrestleMania.
Reese, that is a good way to get Roman to lose, is if Randy shows up and RKO's Cody, because that has a story to it.
So Ryan Satan, I'm always gonna call this bitch nigga this. Triple H keeping himself off camera regularly has been good, but once Cody wins the titles at Mania, I'd love to see Triple H reappear as a heel authority figure who splits them and takes one belt from Cody, even if Hunter can't wrestle.
Pancake. Nobody wants to see Triple H have a heart attack on TV.
Yeah.
At 281 days, Gunther is now the longest reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion since the Honky Tonk Man run in 1987 to 1988.
And WWE didn't announce that either, so I'm no longer mad about them not announcing.
No, I'm so mad about them not announcing shit from fucking Bianca. Don't give me that shit. Fuck out of here. You got me fucked up.
They didn't announce it either. We seem to care more about numbers than them. They're not going to announce anything unless Roman hits that 1,000 day. They'll announce that.
I damn sure know they will announce that shit. So from SmackDown, going through the weekly shows real quick. Through SmackDown, this is all that happened.
Yes, and at the end of the show, they had the most feel-good moment in wrestling history. Because that's how the internet responded to it, and I don't get it. It was so obvious. I'm just trying to get to WrestleMania. Like, we always talk about story and build. You can predict most of the build for WrestleMania anyway. What do you want?
Let's talk about Raw.
What more do you want?
Let's talk about Raw.
Dude,
Why are you so excited to talk about Raw? I love Dom, bro. Like, you're really talking to the wrong person right now. Dom, if you ask me, Dom is over. If you ask me, Dom and Rey Mysterio are going to have an incredible match at WrestleMania. If you ask me, Dom has matured, especially on the microphone, better than most wrestlers I've ever seen in wrestling.
Everything Star just said is 100% correct.
Okay.
Dom is one of the most entertaining people in wrestling right now.
Okay.
His haircut, the way he cuts promos, the way he trolls people, Dom is awesome right now.
If we're being honest, Dom and Hook were about the same time, and the type of heat that Hook had in the beginning, Dom is still possessing right now.
What do you guys think about this segment?
He need 2 goons. I'm sorry, that's a good idea, Rod. Give Dom 2 goons, like real goons, not Damian Priest, who looks like he pours tea for you.
I like how he dismissed Jimmy. He told Jay, like, what's up? Jay looked him in his eyes and said that he's with the bloodline, and then Roman said to his wise man that he's found his answer.
No, you missed the whole integral part. He said, "I love you," and Jay did not respond with "I love you too."
I think they're adding more and more layers to this storyline. Which
You think this is an extra layer?
They're adding a layer because I do think Jay turns on the bloodline right after WrestleMania. They're adding layers.
Bro, this is not an added layer. This is the original layer. This is the exact place we started from with the bloodline. Jay and Roman being at odds. This is what you call the best storytelling. Let me tell y'all something. Many of us went for those of us especially who had to write lots of papers. I went to college. I got a master's degree, y'all. And when I had to write papers, you got to start with the intro. You start with the outro. And a great story is told with the outro ending the same way the intro began. And that's what WWE is doing. They're doing magnificent storytelling. That's what I knew you was going to do this.
No, I was going to do this. Why the fuck does she keep pinning Zelina Vega like this? I don't see her pin nobody else like this but Zelina Vega.
Yes, she does. I thought you were going to post Bailey, but you didn't. That's cool. You don't got it. Good.
Nah, I don't got it. But
no, she does. She pinned Bailey like that.
I don't know, man. She's been doing it for a while now. But I think Rhea has a fetish with with a little midget. However, let's just get
That
right
was
into
disrespectful to Zelina Vega, bro. A
this.
midget.
Can we just get into this? Can we get into this? So, 2 segments in between Cody and Roman. Hold up. Also, give me a second, real quick. So, 2 segments in with Cody and Roman. Roman has wrecked your fucking boy.
Relax.
Care to comment?
I always care to comment. What he said was kind of true, but kind of not true.
It wasn't? Really?
I mean,
You didn't want to do the Stardust thing, so you ran away. Then you
The
started
Stardust
a
thing
company that you couldn't get over in, and you ran away.
wait. But in between the Stardust thing and the AEW thing,
He ran away.
he became the top wrestler basically in indie history. He won the Impact World title. He won the ROH World title. He won
He ran away. He ran away from all those companies.
He became the top wrestler in indie history?
No, he didn't. I don't know why he keeps saying that. That's
Wait,
actually
hold
Matt
up.
Cardona. Continue.
Hold on. In between Cody leaving WWE and the start of AEW, he was the top wrestler in indie history. He won all those belts.
Dark Rose, I hate to cut you off, but I'm
He ran away.
I'm against both of y'all because I'm right here in the middle with Willis right now. What else are you gonna say? This is the whole this promo didn't make me pop. It wasn't better than the 4 pillars for me. It wasn't better.
It's not better than the 4 pillars.
It wasn't better than the Paul Heyman one. The only thing is that people get shocked when Roman says cool things because everybody still thinks this is Roman from 6 years ago. Roman is good on a microphone. He knows how to say the obvious things correctly, and that's
And he
what
cut a
he
good
did.
promo.
All he said was that your family's going to leave you. You're going to be Roman with no reigns, a tribe with no chief.
Yeah, but then he kicked the taste out of Solo Sikoa's mouth.
Said you're not ready.
And then kicked the taste out of his mouth. Now that's the layer that was added, Dark Kent. The layer that I'm most excited about is what happens to Solo Sikoa when it all hits the fan. Who does Solo Sikoa become? And just like I want Rhea Ripley to headline WrestleMania because I'm invested in the future of wrestling, I want Solo Sikoa to come out of this completely over, like super over, because I'm invested in the future of wrestling.
Oh, since you're investing in the future of
I think
wrestling,
regardless of what happens, Sikoa is going to be over regardless.
That's not true. He could easily fade away. Easily.
As long as they book him right, he's going to be fine.
it'll be just like Alpha Jr. Remember what happened with Alpha Jr. in Legacy?
We didn't even got to go back that far. He could fade away like all of his relatives. Rikishi, name it. He could literally fade away into mid-card
You can't talk
oblivion.
about Rosie. He's dead.
I didn't say his name. He could fade away into mid-card. Just
I thought shit was
nowhereness.
dope. Superhero in training shit. So, Dynamite.
The best part was the end. I don't care.
First off, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, and Sting, Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade.
Let's go Sting, man.
Ric Flair ends up tweeting and saying, Sting, you're an American treasure at 64, stealing the show. Thank you, Tony Khan, for treating him with that much respect. I actually agree with this. But prior to the match, the Young Bucks got attacked. And then we had the little scene that you guys were talking about earlier where they had that picture covered up from CM Punk's face that was on the truck.
Once again, if y'all don't watch Being the Elite, y'all are cheating yourself out of this storyline.
Yes, you are. So Hangman actually went with the Young Bucks to the hospital, and Kenny ended up staying with Dom Callis. We get into the match, and Sting is over here doing Orange Cassidy things, rolling away. It was fun. I liked it. I really did. We also had Hook and Stokely.
Bro, I already told you how I feel about Stokely. I don't like how he's pandering to us African Americans by doing the most. He does the most. He is very annoying.
You got a problem with my man's coming out in the Farouk expired gear?
Yes.
That shit was all right.
No, I do have a problem.
I laughed about it.
I didn't. I don't find him entertaining at all.
I loved it.
I feel like it was pointless for Hook. I don't like Hook doing pointless things.
All right. So then we have Don Callis trying to convince Kenny that, you know, he doesn't need them. This is definitely Don Callis in the beginning. And how I feel about this is the same way I talked about it in WCCW last night. I feel as if Don Callis is basically setting up the Elite to fail. He's going to turn on Kenny and align himself with Konosuke Takeshita.
We'll
What do you
see.
think? I think so. We also was trying to figure out, because Adam Cole had to speak, we figured out who his opponent will be next week. Daniel Garcia.
That's the biggest letdown since Tony had an announcement.
I don't have a problem with it. I just find it to be very lacking, per se.
Was it shitty promo?
Yeah.
It was
I know.
mid. It was
was
mid. Dynamite was mid, except for the latch match, which is going to get.
Guns and
7
Top Flight came into a good match. However, the
Bro,
main
that was
thing
not
that
a
was
good
talked
match.
about was this. And FTR basically going through the motions, saying they'll never compete for the titles again. They'll never
Dude,
tag match again. Then apparently, they will quit AEW.
That's
We
a
already
big-
know where this is going.
that's a big AEW trope. Like, if I lose this match, I'll never like compete for this belt again. It's like, dude, we're not like.
Well, that's because they're definitely losing, or they swerve
Definitely.
us and win,
They win.
and that'll be dope too. Because that's the swerve. Make everybody feel like they're going to leave and then win.
Right. Tony Storm and Sky Booty.
Sky Blue is going to be great in the future. I don't care about this fake DX or whatever they are. I do not like Saraya at all.
You know what I don't like? Rio. I'm tired of Rio coming out with trying to be Sting. Next week she's going to be dropping from the rafters
Can we
with
not
some
do
black
that?
and white face paint.
Bro, she wears. First of all, you just wanted to share this picture. Second
Yeah,
of all, she weighs like 65 pounds. She needs a weapon. Like I'm not doing that.
I'm waiting for her to use the weapon against what's the name, Willow, and turn on them too.
I think I'm done with Rio, bro.
I like Jeff Cobb.
I'm ready for Jeff Cobb next week too. I think that's going to be fucking dope. I think he's going to end up joining with BCC in a way to beat down on
Taz
Kenny.
got the same neck.
That's fucked up. So then we got into the International Dream Match. The match that everybody was complaining about all week because there's no storyline behind it. There's no storyline behind it. There's no storyline behind it. Oh my God. There's no story.
I mean, if you watch wrestling,
and King will be fine, but what's the story behind it?
if you watch wrestling for the story, though, it's okay if that's how they feel, if that's what they watch it for. Some people watch it for the story.
Cody versus Chad Gable, Cody versus LA Knight, Cody versus Luke Will Kaiser. Back-to-back matches with zero.
I already said that this was a lackluster story. I already said that. So that's
This
my
match
point.
did not have a story.
It doesn't matter what company does it. And this is what I'm tired of. It doesn't matter what company does it. A bad story is a bad story. It doesn't matter where it comes from.
This match had no story. It didn't need a story. It was literally this
For
dude's
fuck's sake, this match had a story.
No,
They were
it's not.
supposed to fight each other the first time. It didn't happen.
The dude was
King was injured. They finally got to have their match against each
You
other.
would have had to have been invested in Kenny or the son of a Viking at that moment to remember that, though. If not, all you got was the promo they gave last night.
Hey, listen, I wasn't complaining about it because I was looking forward for this match for a very long time.
I know both of them are fire, so I knew it'd be a fire match. But if you
Exactly.
like things,
Bro, see when
Kenny
he
even gave
hit the 630 and hit his head on the back of the ring.
Kenny was like, I thought our eventual clash would happen in AAA on Mexican soil, but it's an opportunity that fell into my lap, says Omega. I'm not the booker. I'm not the matchmaker. I don't make the rules, but I've been given a chance to wrestle someone that's going to change the way people think about wrestling and change the way we think about Lucha Libre. There is a sense of pride to help with this introduction of our new power player in professional wrestling. The way Viking will capture people's attention and conquer AAA, he deserves a world stage to show what he has to offer. This is the reason why I'm saying this, because I brought this up last week when it was announced. I was like, it's fucking strange to me that AEW is actually the only company that's been allowed to televise this man for his new reason.
Listen, salute to Tony for paying the money to get the kid there. 1, 2, the kid is this generation's Rey Mysterio in the sense that he is innovating. He pulls you into the moves that he does, and for some reason,
his moves.
Yes, but that's the same thing when Rey Mysterio was on WCW,
not on that level.
When Rey Mysterio was in WCW and he was first doing the over the top rope flips and first doing the top rope hurricanrana, it was the same feeling because it had never been done before. He is
not
this
what
generation
Kingo was doing last night, bro. I'm sorry, my boy was literally doing poison ranas, flips off the act, not even the top rope, off the ring post.
I'm talking about for the time period. You gotta understand. Back then, nobody was doing hurricane.
You're right.
Exactly. What Kingo is doing now, Rey Mysterio was doing that like in '96.
No, like, he was not. Doing
that. He was revolutionary at that point. Kingo was revolutionary.
I'm talking about the way this kid is so innovative reminds me of Rey Mysterio when I first started to watch wrestling and just could not stop watching Rey Mysterio. I hope he ends up being having the same.
He's 26, by the way.
The
dude is young as hell.
Yes. The only thing about him that I think is a detriment is the fact that we can't. I don't think he'll ever have a good storyline or like a character play. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I'm kicking you off. I can't deal with this. You're not going to. Who mans is this, bro? This is your man.
Why wouldn't he have a good promo? Bring him back. I want to know why he said that.
Why would he not have a good promo? Like, what are you talking about?
Why wouldn't he have a good feud ever in life? I don't understand.
I just don't want a wrestler to be all moves and that's it.
Maybe can I ask you a question, Punk? DM, have you seen him before last night?
I did my research. And everything I've seen is just a bunch of moves. Moves on top of moves on top of moves.
Spanish?
No, of course I don't speak Spanish.
So you really couldn't follow a lot of his promos then?
No, you're right. I've just seen matches on top of matches, and it was like, all right, there was no back.
For those who don't know, in AAA, this man has held the title for 2 years. He is the most over person in AAA.
They put it on his thing. 473 days.
473 days. He is also the most over person over there, being that he has been a champion for almost a Roman Reigns length of time. He's so censored in the way of how he talks and handles himself that his promotion doesn't allow him to go anywhere or be featured on anything. This is why Ja brought up it being such a big moment. So if you want to know about how big of a star the kid is, they don't even let him go anywhere. So everything you're saying doesn't really match up because he
has a match coming up. Not to cut you off, he has a match coming up, right? And I forgot what event it's supposed to be. But the crazy thing is, they're basically televising all the matches, right? Live, like full, like how you're seeing us, how we saw the match last night on TV. You'll be able to see that, right? For all the matches. For the Vikingo match, you're only getting commentary. That's how big of a deal the guy is. You have people that are going to watch a pay-per-view and is paying for a pay-per-view for a final match that they're not even going to get to watch. They have to only be able to hear the commentary for it. Why? Because he's not allowed to be televised nowhere. So people should actually thank Tony for us actually being able to see him on a bigger grand stage. Period. Whether you want to give him his props or not, you have to. That was big.
His props. But the first time that he was on nationwide TV was yesterday.
Exactly. Do you know how many people want to have this man on the television more?
Let's not pretend that it's bigger than what it is.
You have people already fantasy booking Vikingo versus Will Ospreay.
Like I said, the first time Homeboy was a nationwide audience was yesterday. And we've all seen his highlights and whatever beforehand because we're all wrestling fans. But let's not pretend like the dude is bigger than whoever.
Period.
Like,
What do you mean
He is
bigger
one of the
than?
best
Nobody's
wrestlers.
doing that. What we're saying is that he has the potential to be this generation's Rey Mysterio. He has the potential to
Absolutely.
be somebody.
Agreed.
He has this potential to be this generation's greatest wrestler, one of the greatest wrestlers in the future. He could be the next Will Ospreay. He could be the next Kenny Omega. He could be the next Seth Rollins.
I can't do that. He would have to learn to do what Kenny Omega did in Japan. He would have to be a bilingual promo to be that big of a star, and that's impossible unless he's going to be able to deliver that promo well in English.
Hey, think about it like this: like we already just said, he's young, bro. He's younger than all of us here.
He still would have to figure that out. That's a big stretch, bro. Like him being the future of Lucha Libre, that's respectful. Him saying he could be the best wrestler in the world, that's a stretch.
And like, listen, Stars, you kind of alluded to it. To be that big, you have to speak English, right?
Well,
Fluently.
Everyone was asking about the story. The story happened after the match when BCC came out and beat the shit out of fucking Kenny, just for Hangman to come through an ambulance and then jump out of the ambulance with a fucking 2x4, and all of a sudden we're sitting up here looking at Hacksaw. What did I say last night? What did I call him? Hacksaw Hangman Page Duggan?
Yes.
Yes, like coming out with the fucking equalizer, take him out. Don Callis is over here talking to him. He ends up basically not paying attention to Don. Don then throws himself on the ground. Kenny sees this, and all of a sudden he thinks that Hangman took out Don. I said this last week, and I'm saying it again. Don Callis is causing a rift in between the elite so that he can either get Kenny away from the elite because he wants Kenny to only be the main person, or he's going to basically turn on Kenny, decide with Konosuke Takeshita, because Konosuke is not even there.
He's obviously up to something, but I can't call that right now. I don't know if he's going to side with Takeshita or not. But if it happens, dope. He's obviously, and he's not really trying to break up the elite as much as he is just messing with Kenny in general, because technically Hangman is not a part of the elite. Like he's just playing mind games with Hangman.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, we made it finally. Final thoughts. We'll start with let us be Dark Kent this time because
Dude, we're about like a week and a half away from WrestleMania.
It's not a week and a half. It is
9 days.
It is a week and 2 days.
It's a week and a half. Week and a half away from WrestleMania. I'm super pumped. Thank you for everybody to listen to our show. Love everybody.
They don't love you.
Everyone messes with Dark Kent. Anyway,
everyone loves the Acclaim. I know you was, but continue.
Download All Stars Music. Ja, we're best friends. Next week is the last episode before Cody's title reign. So
you have to fix my QR code, by the way.
I have to change it. I'm gonna fix that next week.
All right, thank you.
Make sure y'all click Ja's QR code this week.
No, you don't click my QR code.
Y'all can go listen to his SoundCloud.
My old music.
Go ahead, Dark. I'm sorry.
Or old music. But anyway, next week is the last episode before Cody Rhodes' championship reign. Let's get it going. Love all you guys. Yeah, that's it.
Josh trying to block his QR code. Thank you. I am the bearded babyface, Jared All-Star. Please click my link, click Ja's link so you can listen to some great music. It's oh, he's a Jacquez guy now, Jamie. That's good.
Yeah, Jacquez guy. Know what I'm saying? The lone wolf, baby. Yeah.
Going down. Really though, you should really check out my music. I got some big things coming out this year. I'm gonna be at some festivals and stuff like that. Please keep up with us. Shout out to my wife. She works great. Humble Brag is our label. Go to humblebrag.com. Check that out. And John and I are going to be at Dynamite the week after WrestleMania. And I just wanted to say that because
I won't be there.
I wanted to say na 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 na, and it's going to be fire. So tune in every Wednesday night.
If you guys see us, make sure you guys shout us out. No.
Oh yeah, please screen record it. Take a picture, like post it. Like let's get it. We're going to be in the front row. You're going to see us. You're going to see us.
All right. So my final thoughts.
Long Island, Rod. We
middle
all
finger to CM Punk. Middle finger to Cody Rhodes.
That's a good one.
all hail the tribal queef. And I am the Jamoan bulldozer that's not Dark Kent's friend. And no, Reese. There is no Trent and Chuck. All right. Technically, I would be who else was, let me see. I'm the guy that was Rocky Romero. You know what I'm saying? I'm Rocky Romero, Rapunji Vice. I don't fuck with the best friends. All right.
That would make DM Punk Trent because they're friends.
Me and John are best friends. Yeah.
You're Trent, I'm Willa Yuta.
What? Trent is underrated. That's another underrated wrestler, by the way. Trent is underrated.
Which Trent are we talking about?
From Best Friends.
Oh, never mind. You're right. You said Trent, not Trey, because I'm thinking about Trey.
Not Trey.
Yeah. Rascal.
Rod Thompson, Long Island.
Oh, man. So, on further note, you guys take care. We'll see you guys next week. All right, here.
The show before WrestleMania. You don't want to miss that show. You don't. You already know what it is.
Y'all don't
tonight, but we're gonna keep stepping it up. We love y'all, man. Thank you.
We're gonna try to get the show a little end a little quicker. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to hit the two-hour mark, but there was so much to cover real quick. You know what I'm saying? So we just had to get it through. But
really
either way,
hour and a half mark for real. I want to leave when Adam does.
Urge you. All right, guys. I appreciate all you guys. Like I said, next week. Love y'all. Wolfpack out.